Good morning. Happy Friday morning. It's 10:15. I finally got my act together. I had to go out before it totally storms. I cut some flowers off my hydrangea bush and made a few bouquets and put them in mason jars, gave them to neighbors, put one on my kitchen table. They're gorgeous. We're expecting big storms, and so I figured those things are going to get hammered and might as well cut them and enjoy them in the house. I don't usually do that. Anyway, today I pulled out the Close to My Heart special. It is a cut above card kit. Now, cut above for Close to My Heart means basically all the parts or pieces are there. You just need adhesive and a pen. That's basically what a cut above means. So I have foam tape, I have adhesive. I also grabbed a little bling because sometimes you need to zhuzh these up just a little bit to make them your style, and my style is bling. Anyway, so I also I pulled out one card this morning and cut it down because I think I want to use it on a scrapbook page, and I want to show you that as well. So what I thought we could do is just take everything out of the package and go through it and then make one of each card. So this special, this cut above card kit is a Christmas card special. It makes 2 styles of cards, and you get all of the envelopes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of each, right? So that's 20 cards. It's super fast, and I have some ideas. Sorry, I'm gonna pull my table over here closer to me. Okay, it comes with a inside of the card message set, which is really nice. I bought it for this, if nothing else. May your days be filled with cheerful moments, twinkling lights, and the warmth of loved ones by your side. Wishing you a delightful Christmas season and a happy new year. May the joy of the season fill your heart with warmth and laughter. Merry Christmas. Wishing you a season filled with love, laughter, and joy that brightens your days. May your celebration bring warmth to your heart and happiness to your home. So there you go. You don't see messages like that every day. I mostly just put Merry Christmas on the inside of mine. So I'm kind of excited to have those. I'm not going to stamp those today, just for time. I'll do that later when I know exactly what I'm going to do with those. So the other thing you get is this pack. It is a pack of the paperboard and glitter pieces to make the cards. And so it's a little hard to see in here, but like you get the glitter paper stars. There's stars. And I know we're going to need one, so I'm going to go ahead and pop one out and set it here to the side just so I have it. And then this is the words Merry Christmas, right? And you can kind of see they're pretty easy to pop out. Sometimes I do this and it like loosens everything up to pop those out. So you can get those. What I like to do, this kind of popping out stuff drives me crazy. So I like to pop everything out and just make a pile. I would much rather have all the parts and pieces separated already and into a bag, right? That's just how I am. So I would do that separately. Okay, my M got crammed in there. Okay, Merry Christmas. And then there's several dots. Now, I know you need, we're just going to make one card. So I'm just taking apart the pieces that we need. I know we need dots for one tree. So I'm going to put that over there. So that's that piece. The next piece is this one, which is, it says Season's Greetings. And I'm going to go ahead and pop out the Season's Greetings and put it off to the side. It's almost falling out on me anyway. The thing about this is there's a couple of eyes. And so you got to remember to get those little dots out of there. I'm going to pop those out off camera just so I don't lose them. Sorry. I might lose them anyway. They're so tiny. Okay. And for that card, you need a whole row of the little ornament toppers. So I'm just gonna cut those out like this, just so I have it ready. And so there is that black. Now this is like paperboard, but it's almost thick like chipboard, but it's heavy, heavy duty. Okay, so there's those pieces. Now, the next thing you have is all of your card bases, and I took one out this morning because I threw together a scrapbook layout really quick to show you how I use this, but we're gonna pull one and put the rest aside. And this is the other card base. Go ahead and fold that. Which makes this ornament card. We'll put that aside. Now, then you get a page of punch outs. We'll just punch these out as we go. And that way we can see exactly what we need. What's really nice about Close to My Heart's Cut Above kits is that they have color pictures, which makes it pretty straightforward what you got to do. And then on the back, instructions for each card. Gather the bases and die cuts, attach the paperboard ornaments, attach the circle die cuts, add a few with foam tape, and attach your black greeting. Pretty straightforward. And same for this one. And so I'm just going to keep the picture right here. And I thought, oh, we'll just put this together. On this one, we need this one. We need one of these. We need one of these. And do we need a red? We need a red. And one more, the blue. There you go. Now, I'm a foam tape person, and so I am going to attach all of these with foam tape. Not a lot, just enough to make them a little dimensional, right? So I'm just going to put a little piece on each one. Now, these are the types of cards that they're homemade, which is great. You can tell when you get them, someone made them. They're not like, you know, they're not like necessarily obvious that you would buy them in the store, right? So to me, this is like a really cool way to hand make cards, but do it really quick, assembly line. If you work in a group where you give everybody a Christmas card or a Christmas tree, this is a perfect thing. Earlier today, I was kind of looking through ideas for card you know, for giveaways and stuff. And because I'm starting to make some of my Christmas crafts. And they had a pull-out candy bar. And I was like, I'm totally doing that with this, with one of these bases. I'm going to make a giveaway treat using one of these bases. I will show it on my site, but I was like, that's amazing. What an amazing idea. Okay, for these, now, one way that people do these, I know this is really a little bit different way of thinking, but if you keep it into your base, one fell out already, but then use your adhesive across it like this. And then as you pop them out, they already have adhesive on them, which is pretty amazing. I feel like I need to turn this upside down for me to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that there. So that to me was like, oh, yeah, why not? Keep it in the holder and put your adhesive on. So that makes it quick. I'm so used to using liquid glue that liquid glue is like the way for me to go. So when I use liquid glue, I just would put a little dot on there. And then I know it'll dry clear, so I don't worry about it showing. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to just stick these on. And seriously, you can do them anywhere you want. You don't have to do it like they did. You don't have to. I feel like, again, I need this upside down so that I can see that. And then this one goes at the bottom. And then this cute blue one goes right here. And this red one goes at the top. I got that a little crooked. I'm gonna straighten that up. There. And then we have this really fun green one that goes here. Okay, look at that. Look how amazing that is. Now, again, you could do the season's greetings thing with the adhesive on the back. While it's still in the holder. Hi, Annette. How are you? Marsha was watching too. I love when people have Fridays free. Sometimes on Fridays, I'm sitting here talking to myself for a while. It's like a little weird. But I know people watch it on replay, and so I try not to get too hung up on nobody being there. I was gonna go to the pumpkin patch today, but no, the weather is not going to allow it. So another day. I feel like I need to put my Halloween decorations under cover because it's so windy. Okay, so here is my season's greetings. Remember, I have a little dot here, like what is that called? Not an apostrophe, but you know what I'm talking about. And then I'm gonna this is a wax pickup stick that Close to My Heart sells. I just have it cut down, and it's perfect for picking up those little teeny pieces that you need like that. Now, this is the finished card. So simple. Yes. So, I really love the way this card looks, but I need to bling it up. I like bling, and so I'll put some bling on a few ornaments like this. And I just need, I don't know, I just need the sparkle. for some reason. There's something about that. We have the little bitty sparkles too, which I really love. Now the sparkles don't come with this kit. It's just something I keep on hand all the time. And I don't know. I just feel like they're needed. So put them in the middle of that snowflake. Like that. So pretty, and it really does seem to add a little something to that card. And you can imagine how quick you would make these. I mean, these are, was that even 5 minutes? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But the kit, you know, you get 10 of each. So there's one. Let's do the slimline. Now the neat thing about a slimline is if you are going to mail them, they mail for the same postage as regular like cards. So you can just put one stamp on and you're good. And for these, the way this is set up, there's a star for the top, which is great. And then, you know what? I'm gonna grab, hold on a minute. I'm gonna grab this one that I cut down. I cut it down. Do you see? I just trimmed the edges. I'll show you why in just a second. Let me get another star. All right, I'm just gonna use a little liquid glue on that because I'm just faster with liquid glue. You don't have to, you just don't, you know, have to do that. And then the cool thing about this one is there's a bunch of green punch outs. So I'm just gonna punch out, and it looks like we need one there and there. It kind of shows, like, it kind of looks empty where you need one. You don't have to put them in the exact same places that they did in their design, right? You don't have to, but I'm going to. And then again, I'm going to do that little piece of foam tape thing because I really like how that looks. Now, you don't have to use a gob of foam tape for each one. Again, if you're making a card, it's unlikely that somebody's gonna like keep this forever. So I just make sure it's adhered, and I don't use gobs of adhesive, just enough to keep it from falling apart. Now, this particular one, just so happens, I'm going to use on, I'm going to use this one on a scrapbook layout. I want to show you. The other thing that I'm going to do this week, I need to get a candy bar. I've been on Weight Watchers for so long, I don't keep much candy around. And when I do, it's like the miniatures, because I get way too into picking out if there's candy around. Okay, so see how there's dots on here. Here's my trick for keeping them in the glitter paper, but I'm gonna just put adhesive on the back so I don't have to do them all individually, right? And then I'm just gonna use my scissor or a pokey tool to poke them out, you know, where I want them to go. So, you know, you just sort of start putting them on, and the little one there, that little one doesn't want to pop out. I have it adhered now. What I like about this card is that, look at that, it's stuck to my fingers. It really is like blingy. This glitter just is so cool. I love it. And so I'm just making the card just like the picture. You know, just trying to, let's see if I can pull those out again. trying to show you how easy these are, and at the same time, you can do more with them than what they show, right? These are yours to create with, and this is just, for me, a jumping off point. And that's how I feel about the cut above layouts too. It's like they're awesome on their own. If that's what you want to do, you could just make them just like they are, right? No frills, just, and they're fast to put together. They look amazing with your pictures. Where do I need one? I feel like I'm missing something over here. All right, ta-da. Now I got all my things. I'm gonna throw that away. Look how pretty. These are too close together. There. I like that. Okay, and then the Merry Christmas goes at the bottom, but I'm gonna do something a little different with the Merry Christmas. Now on the regular card, this would go at the bottom, you would glue it on, but I'm gonna do something a little different. Let me show you. I gotta clean off my space a little. So Close to My Heart announced another special. I can't believe it. I was expecting a calendar special, and what they came out with instead, I don't know if it's instead. They may still do a calendar. They always do a calendar. But they're making little like wooden ornaments, and then we did this like in 2020, I think, where there was a whole bunch of little ornaments and then Cricut images that you could cut. Now this one will have images you can purchase already cut, and oh my gosh, it's pretty. And it starts on the 15th, so later this week. On the 15th is when Close to My Heart announces their specials, so that's what I would look for. I don't know if they'll wait until November to do a calendar. I don't know. Anyway, I put together this 12 by 12 page. It's a real easy, quick, I think, 5-minute page. I just did like 3 3/4 inch squares of all the papers and some of the mix-in papers. And then I did this big square in the middle. And my thought, what I want to use this for is, I have a whole bunch of little pictures from my childhood. Remember how like the pictures were so small when they were like black and white or Polaroids or whatever. They were so tiny. So I can put them all over this page. And I had some leftover presents and stuff from the other projects I've made, and so I just put it on some scarlet cardstock, and I grabbed a few of the little presents that I had left over, just leftovers. So this is going to go here like this, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to put there. The companion page to it, the left-hand side, is this, and I have this envisioned, but I don't really have it done. So I just put this piece. It looks like it's just white cardstock, but it's actually got a pattern on it. It's part of the mix-in pack. And then this piece is like 7.5 inches, and I just did a strip of the wood grain from the other side. It's back. And then I thought it would be really cool to decorate using, let me get the Merry Christmas off of here a minute, using this on my page. Let me get that in screen a little bit, so that, I don't know, I just thought that would look really cool as a decoration. And I need a lot of cards to give to people. I'm not sure I need 20 of this style. I like to give a whole bunch of different cards. So I'm always looking for ways to use things like this on my scrapbook. I think this will look really cool. Okay, I love it. I'm gonna adhere it. And I'm gonna put it down low enough so I can put the Merry Christmas at the top. I hope that's low enough. And then, okay. Yay. Let me, I'm gonna get a little pair of tweezers here because this is fussy. This is a very little fussy thing. And this is a perfect thing. If you were gonna cut this out, this would be amazing with those adhesive backed sheets where it turns it into a sticker and you don't have to mess like this. But this comes this way, already cut, and I'm just going to kind of move that into the camera and I'm gonna put it right here. Boom, boom, boom. There, done. Now I gotta find my M. I was worried about losing it. There it is. Ah, oh, it's so pretty. Okay. I love the glitter. It's a sickness. Okay. There we go. All right, woohoo! I love that. Okay, now to add to it, I'm gonna put the presents at the bottom, and I don't know how, because they'll be at the bottom of the tree. I love that, right? And I just want to stagger them a little bit. And then I'll put foam tape on these. Okay, let's see. A little long. There's that one. And boy, I need coffee this morning. I wanted to show you my flowers. If you're friends with me on Facebook, I'll post that later. I'll post my hydrangeas that I cut off my bush because wow, they're really amazing. They look so beautiful this year, and with this storm coming, I was afraid that they just wouldn't make it. Ta-da! Now, the other thing, I want to add a little bling. I want to add a little bling like around the tree. Just because I love it. And I think I'm going to add some biddies to this too. Wow. Can we just say how beautiful that is? Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it. Makes it look lit up. All right, making sure that's stuck down. I have a couple of photo mats and I cut them to fit those little tiny photos that I told you I have. I have gobs of them from, gosh, they must be from either the late 60s or early 70s because I was pretty young. And then I went ahead, and because I put shimmer trim down here at the bottom, I'm going to put shimmer trim on this page as well. So I cut a couple pieces and I thought it looked really good like that, like on the sides. So this layout came together pretty quick because I did it about 15 minutes before I went live. Started cutting everything down and then put it together. And so look at that. I'm gonna raise my camera up so you can see the finished layout. Sorry if I made you dizzy or anything. I'm moving everything out of my way. Gosh, my desk space feels very small when I do this. Okay, so here's page 1. And I added the bling, I added the presents. I think I'm also going to cut out possibly a little fireplace. I'm not sure yet to decorate with. I haven't used the set yet, and I just can't wait to use it. So I think I might do that and add a little something more to this page. And then this one is just a simple, you know, squares in the background for color. And I am going to put my childhood photos on that. And look how awesome that card front looks on there. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. So I hope that you guys can get on board with this cut above kit. If you need fast cards for people, coworkers, mailman, you know, if you just hand cards out to people, sometimes I do that at, you know, church or in social groups, like if you have a coffee club or something, you know, these cards are really quick and easy. Teachers, kids can make these. You could have your, I mean, you saw how simple they are. Kids could totally make these. And look how amazing they end up looking. So I think the only thing they would need help with is maybe gluing on the season's greetings, just because it's a little fussy. But even that, I'm not sure. If you use sticky specs, they'd be able to do that. Sticky specs are like a sheet adhesive of dots where they just lay it on there and pick it up, and it has adhesive on the back. That would totally work. So, okay, that is it for today. And watch for that ornament special coming up. It is coming up on the 15th. It's another really cool, I think we could use it as tags. It'll look cool. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's just a few days away. I didn't bring a picture of it today because it's just a few days away. Hi, Sally. I'm playing today with the Cut Above card kit. So I hope you can catch it on replay. I made one of each card, and then I put one card on a scrapbook page. So have a great day. I'm going to go out and try to take care of all of my yard decorations before the wind blows them away with the storm. All right. Have a wonderful afternoon, everybody.